So today we're going to learn about insertion sort. Insertion sort is a little bit different from selection sort. In selection sort, we have to select one number and compare it with all the other number. In this case, we have to traverse through the array, and then we select the number. Either first from the first we compare with the first itself, and then that's how we sort. Also, for if we go to the next number, then we go back to the previous number and sort it, compare and then sort it, right? So it is still quadratic term complexity, so big O of n square, and it's not very efficient but still useful, right? So let's go and to the code, and we will understand step by step how we're going to implement the concept here. So the concept is basically, first thing first, we're going to need outer for loop here, and we call it outer index right here, and we will start from 1. So you will be wondering why we will be starting from 1. Well, so let's draw the line, the boundary range, basically array dot length, right? Less than array dot length, and then outer index. So just like simple traversing through the array, right? So in this case we started from 1. So let's look at this concept right here. So we're not going to start from 0. We have to start from 1 and compare it with the previous number. So that way we can sort the number. So okay, and then we're going to declare right here current, and it will be 0. So under here we can use current variable, and that will be array or value that we traverse from, right? And then inside this for loop we're going to have inner index. So we can replace that with inner index, and inner index will be started from a different range, and also we're not gonna increment, we will be decrementing this number. So the reason why is that we will be starting from outer index minus 1, right? So that makes sense, right? Outer indexes start from 1, so we want to compare from the previous number. So in this case, minus 1 will give us 0, so 0 index. Okay, so and then also we have to still compare it with this right here, with something else. So inner index must be greater than or equal to 0. As long as greater than or equal to 0, we have to basically replace the number inside this for loop. So, and also the current number, if current is less than, right, less than array and inner index, right? So you'll be wondering, what do you mean by current is less than array index? Well, current is this, right, 3, right? And then it will compare with the number, which is minus 1, which is 0, and it will be comparing with this number. Okay, so if it's less than, that means if this is 3, then we will be inserting right here, and we're going to traverse all the way to 0 index, right? And if out of boundary, then we will escape from the for loop. Okay, so and we forgot the scope of bracket right here, so it's supposed to be inside this for loop. Nice. So inside this right here we can say if, right, and compare, not compare, basically replace. So array, and this right here, it will be inner index plus 1. So we're going to replace it with array and inner, so the inner index. All right, so now that it is replaced, we will go to the next line right here, and then we need to collect the last value. So let's look at the previous concept that we learned right here. So basically, let's say we are right here 2, right? And 2 has to be compared with the previous number 4. So the first thing it will do is just replace the next number, index 2, with 4 right here, and that's what we're doing right here. And after that, it will replace itself again. It will go to the next one, and compare with 3, and then if it's less than, then it will replace right here. And this last thing is basically taking the current number and assign it into index 0. So that will be right here, down here, right? So array, and we can say that that will be inner index. So inner index plus 1. So the reason why we did plus 1 is basically at the end of this for loop, it will turn into -1, and -1 plus 1 is 0. 0 index is right here, right? So we can replace it with current, right? Okay, so now that this is at the end of the loop, I think that will do it. So let's control and enter, and it worked. So that's how you implement insertion sort in JavaScript. And this is big time complexity of big O of n square.